Yes, guys, this is the match reaction to Crystal Palace 2.
3 points, baby.
The second Scum of the South.
Mm-hmm.
I'm joined with Eagle-Eyed Nate. How are you doing?
This is the only reason I want to do this is because this was the highlight of my day. Because the weather over here just had me so annoyed. But you know what? The boys won. I want to be happy. I want to be positive. Let's focus on the game because this is just one of them Saturdays you just write off as nah.
Yeah, this is a different kind of show today. So the link is in there from the start. So hit that, come in, tell us exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, this is your chance to call in because we're gonna do our match reaction tomorrow. This is your chance to have your reaction today. So we figured we'd mix it up a little bit.
100%, 100%.
And before we begin, we got to make a special announcement because this is breaking news. The yellow kit is no longer cursed.
The curse has been lifted.
Whatever duppy was on it, we've lifted it. So we've got the exorcism done. We've paid off all the payments. It's all good.
This shirt was waiting for this match.
Look who's jumped in early. What are you telling me, Sean?
What's up, mate? What's up, Nate? I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I was screaming at the TV today. Honestly, I was literally screaming at the TV, saying, "How are we not winning this match?"
Brother, you were screaming in the GC. Like, them voice notes was moving mad. I said, "Boy, this guy must have been smoking something serious."
I just get. Not too long came in from work, so I didn't have any sleep. So I was up for this match. If I did sleep, I wouldn't be watching the match. So I did have to take a chance, I guess. So,
yeah, because it's early in Jamaica for you, isn't it? Because it's a 3 o'clock kickoff over here, so it'd be early in the morning for you, isn't it?
It was 9 o'clock. Yeah, it was 9 o'clock. Damn.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
No, that's too early. I don't wake up so early, man.
So yeah, JC.
Yeah.
What can we say? We thought it was going to be Charity Professional Football Club.
It was Charity Professional Football Club.
I had that tweet ready to go. I'm not even lying. That tweet was ready to go for the length of that game. But obviously, in the end, we banished the Katie Hopkins football. Charity Professional Football Club got put in a spliff, and Second Half FC came back to life. I'm not going to do the soul-to-soul bit, but we finally put to bed this whole where's our second half performances.
Oh my God, that was a brilliant shot by Wilf.
It reminded me of a certain match against another down south team.
Yeah, we tend to have the habit of getting a 90th minute winner on the South Coast. It's it's kind of a sweet feeling, I won't lie.
Yeah, no, but I mean the way how Wilf held off the defender, rolled him, and then shot into the corner.
Oh, I know which one you're on about. I know which one you're on about, but you know what I'm saying.
That was also in a yellow kit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. But you see, we'd won games in that yellow kit.
Yeah.
But this yellow kit, anytime we wore yellow, it was like, yeah, we're holding corn. At least our kit matches the colour of what we're holding. So that's a positive.
Yeah, and also I saw something else about today's match, that we've never won from a losing position. This was our first match doing that this season.
Yeah. We got to Neil. Obviously, we got Sean in the chat right now. We got Sean with us. Oliver says we can relegate Watford. Time for Agent Roy to pull a masterclass. No, if Agent Roy pulls a masterclass, that means we're getting put in a spliff. There's no masterclasses.
Do you see them pictures of him just chilling in his sunglasses because they're getting spanked around?
Hey, listen. This is the thing. Do you remember their fans were disrespecting him? Old age pensioner, rare tear. Now they're begging Uncle Roy to save them. It's like, nah, Roy, I beg you take them down and keep them down there. Good lad.
Yeah, secure the bag FC. That's what he's doing right now.
You understand? Tom Clark says, I thought we blew it again, but fair play, they brought it back. Listen, we all thought it was Charity Professional Football Club. That's why I keep saying it. That's why I had that tweet ready to go. That tweet was in my drafts. I was like, I'm waiting for it. And then Wilfred Zaha said, nah, Nate, you're going to hold court on this one. We've won. I was like, all right, cool. Roy didn't manage to relegate Palace. However, he may be successful with Watford. But you know what? That's the beauty of it. He knew he didn't want to relegate his club because he's one of us. But if he relegates a team that we don't particularly like, that makes him a bigger fan favourite. So he knew what he had to do.
Yeah, and all the results today, man. I know it'll be going into a bit more and get amped on Sunday, but Everton.
Oliver says we won against Millwall from when we was losing. Yeah, but that's in the cup, Oliver. We're talking in the league. That was the first time this season we'd won in the league from a losing position. Obviously, yeah, you're right. We did come back from 1-0 down against them lot from, Mordor and that. But that was the cup. That's not really that's not what it is. But he says, haha, I saw that, JC, it was class. And then obviously the chairman says Watford will go down by about 15 points clear. And you know what? Because they're sacking managers left, right, and centre, they kind of deserve it. And if, ironically, they don't sack Roy and he takes them down, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of poetic justice. But, that's just the poet in me. But, Sean, Eze scoring probably sent the whole fan base into just this sheer burst of delight because I just got the biggest smile on my face. I went, you know what?
What a finish as well, by the way.
Oh, listen, bad boy finish. But Sean, Eze scoring now, yeah? How good does that feel?
My God, I almost lost my voice today because of that. Almost lost, and guess who assisted him as well? Not decline, man, not decline. I keep on telling you, I wish that guy was 10 years younger. I'm telling you, I wish that guy was 10 years younger.
Do you know what it is? I've always said I wish we never let go of Natty Clan when we did, but we didn't have much of a choice back when we let him go. Just touching on some more comments here. Tom Clark says, what for? Neverton, dirty Leeds, any one of those would be beautiful to go down, he means, because obviously Norwich are officially relegated today, but we kind of knew that from time ago. That's not a shock. I mean, unlucky for their fans, but yeah, like it was inevitable, really. Oliver says here, I hope JC scores on Saturday, then runs over to Roy and says to him, that's why you play me. But see, this is the thing. The minute he said, when I score, I want you to chant boom, 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 he signed his, it was the kiss of death. Because there's been no boom, boom, boom since that happened.
No, but for real, he will score. He will score against Watford. I'm telling you. Remember, he was the one that opened the scoring against Watford, don't it?
That is correct. Yes. Hey, JC, the chairman's having a bit of a madness here, mentioning a certain someone. What's this much in attack business?
It's because Sean's here. He says he doesn't mind much. So he's held on. He's held on to that one.
I don't want to hear this heresy on Eagle-Eyed Football. Okay,
Jordan March. A good day. This is a good day.
Listen. Jordan March, Fraser Campbell. These are names we don't mention unless we're taking the piss out of Charity Professional Football Club, because that's when them man played for this club. That was them days. We got Niall in the cut as well. Say hello, Nate and JC, and you should be saying hello, Sean, as well. Niall, but big up to you anyway, mate. Let's go through the starting lineup then. So it was Guaita, Klein, Anderson, Gurhey, and Ward. Naturally, the Palace fan base decided to all ovulate at the one time because, Tyreek Mitchell's not in the starting 11. We've been calling to rest him. Now we're resting him, and now you're panicking.
He deserves a rest.
We don't have a second left back. Let's be honest. There we go. And now he says hello, Sean. And I mean, do you know what? If there's ever a game Joe Ward will want to have a good game against, it's against Southampton because he played for Portsmouth. So he doesn't need motivation to have turn it on here. And every time he touched the ball, you could just hear them booing him. It's like he hasn't played for them in like well over 10 years. But then again, we're just as petty if an ex-Seaweed player plays against us, so we can't really. Ben White got dogs abuse in the Arsenal game, so we can't really be high and mighty on that. But midfield was Maka, Gallagher and
Schlupp.
Schlupp, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God, we really
And
missed
then-
Maka. I'm telling you.
Tell me, and then Eze, Ayew, and JP up top. Subs, of course, we saw more attacking threat on the bench than we did in the starting 11, which I was thinking either Vieira is doing a very good job at trolling us, or he's trying to put Southampton on the back foot, thinking that we're going to unload the bench and absolutely murder them. Because I was kind of hoping to see, bare minimum, Edouard or Zaha, but I was happy with the team we picked because it made sense. You know, the team had played well against Leeds, couldn't really argue with it. But yeah, 9th minute, fairly poor corner to concede from. We go 1-0 down, and you're thinking, charity professional football club. We couldn't even get it to 10 minutes.
No, but I wasn't even worrying about the 1-0 down. To be honest, even though I was screaming at the TV, but because for some reason I knew that we were going to score.
No, sure, I hear that. But what I'm saying is, though, is that, see, Southampton are much like us. They've got nothing to play for. So to give them a fairly easy goal to score from, you're like, why are we doing charity professional football club? I thought we left this stuff behind.
But Nate, Southampton always score against us still.
I know, but you look at it, and look, defensively, it's poor. Never mind, they always score against us. It's not good defending. Because Oriol Romeu has got the freedom of St. Mary's to bag that header. Good header, don't get me wrong. But I think, funnily enough, because I see the Southampton fan was saying on his channel that them scoring first probably knocked their confidence because they knew that was going to wake us up. Because all of a sudden you could clearly see we were pushing. And Jeffrey Schlupp, to be fair to him in the first half, he looked the most dangerous player on the pitch.
Yeah, he ran
despite what Steve
up.
was saying in the GC, because Steve was moving mad attacking Schlupp. I was like, what game are you watching? He's the best player we have at the moment.
Yeah, in the first half, I think the whole of the half, really, we was crap. It was only in the second half when we really started playing. I think that Schlupp was definitely the best player in the first half. And I think it did show a little bit of Eze on the wing doesn't really work that well, in the sense of whenever we attacked, it was always through Ayew. It was hardly ever through Eze in the first half. But then
we didn't buy Eze as a winger, though. We bought him as a 10. He's played on the wing for QPR, but with all due respect to QPR, that's a championship level where you've got a bit more positional freedom. In the Prem, you don't really have that unless you're stacked with players in that position. Like if you've got De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, who play in similar positions, you can get away with putting one of them on the wing.
But that was bold by Vieira.
It was, and you know, let's be honest, Roy wouldn't have done that. He would have just put two banks of four and hope to God we don't get beat. That's all Roy's tactics were. But what I'm saying is that come half time, I was saying we need a response from somewhere. Don't care if it's an own goal. I don't care if it's a dodgy penalty. I want to see this team respond because the last couple of games,
they did.
You never felt we were going to get back into it. Like even the Leeds game, you're thinking, how are we not winning this? How? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the referee from Monday night was a joke, and the referee today had a mare as well. It's like, mate, best league in the world, yeah.
He's a new referee as well.
I know. And listen,
but for the Leeds
yeah, sorry,
game,
Sean, go ahead.
But for the Leeds game, they were just riding Lady Luck there. I'm telling you, just like how we were riding Lady Luck against Man City when we got the 0-0, they were riding Lady Luck.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But
we just scored.
The substitutions were weird for me, you know, because I was looking at it thinking I wouldn't have taken off. Mateta came off first for Wilf, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was thinking
I
would have preferably put on Edouard for Mateta and give Edouard the chance to prove to us that he can still play a role in what he's got for us.
But again, Vieira, he knows what he's doing. We shouldn't be doubting him because what we've seen so far, he's tactically brilliant. He knew that Zaha was going to give them a lot of trouble. Worst, the second half, their legs started to get weary and stuff, so they couldn't handle him.
Yeah, that's true. Just quickly, just big up to James, who's just got home from the game. Hope you had a good day, mate. Yeah, listen, fantastic result. Obviously, back up to 12th. Still within a shout of catching them man on the South Coast because we've got a game in hand on them. But our game in hand, I think, is Everton, if I'm correct in thinking that. We got Callie here who says, "Big up, gents! Wow, man! I can't believe we dominated Southampton away from home." But I think he's got another comment coming up. But, I wouldn't say we dominated them. I think the second half we definitely turned up and tried to make more of a game of it. But I remember because I was listening to the commentary on the app and they were saying the only team likely in scoring a goal was us. But you're thinking, well, the problem is we're not putting it in the net. It's all well and good that we're in the ascendancy, but if we're not putting it in the net, it counts for squat. But let's pick apart the goals from our side. So Klein crosses it in and Eze smacks it in with a sweet volley that people say he's kind of made a scuff on it, but I think purely for his confidence and for the journey he's been on, it was just great to see him score the first goal because you're like, you know what? If there's ever anyone you want to see score that goal, it's Ebbs because you were just like, oh my god, because it's almost a year since he scored. Because obviously he scored against Sheffield United where he ran the length of Selhurst Park and kept running. It's like, does this man not stop running? But
yeah, you could see when the ball went in how much it meant to him in the celebration. I think that for someone who's probably, we'd say, lacking in confidence to take that first time as well on his weaker foot, that finish was astounding. Putting it through the keeper's legs first time, mate, you can't ask for anything better, really.
Yeah, and the UK Pat here just says Leeds at home was annoying. Sorry, JC. And James has said here, we might send Watford and Everton down this season. You know what?
Cool Van Arnold.
Hey, don't stress me up with Patrick Bin Laden, bruv. I know he's the relegation Grim Reaper, but I don't know. I don't know for how I'd feel seeing him in a Palace shirt again. But James just going to say here, as I intended to do that, you could tell that he was going to do it. Listen, he took it brilliantly. Sorry, JC, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying?
I've lost my train of thought.
You were talking about Eze.
He took the shot brilliantly.
Yeah, you were talking about the technique it took for him to take it first time and just crack it.
First time through the legs, I think, and he arrived late in the box as well. He just wasn't being marked. I think that because that's what a 10 normally does. They arrive in the box late, and he couldn't. I think he couldn't have put it anywhere better because there was a defender lying down on the floor to his left, a bundle of people to his right, and I don't think I think the ball was coming down, so I don't think he could have got it up to get it over the keeper, but he just slotted it home perfectly, and that's it.
He took it well. We've got our Everton friend here, Matt Smith, who says that win means you can let Everton win in a few weeks' time. Nice one. Matt, I'm very sorry, but because of who your manager is, I don't want to see us do the charity professional football club gig. I'm sorry. I like you, mate. I hope Everton stay up, but I don't want us being charity professional football club.
Lampard needs to get relegated.
So Exactamundo, that is correct.
Can kick his ego and his stupid, happy and then dead face.
What was it? What did he say? Lucky goal, fluky goal, another lucky goal, another average goal.
Palace aren't a big enough club for me.
Yeah, something along them lines. But how's that corn tasting, Frank? Does it still taste good? Yeah, Frank.
You still got to throw Everton, Donny as well. Don't want to go into a relegation fight. Oh, look who's in the bottom three now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in Donny's defence, his missus is pregnant, so moving halfway across the country, to be fair, I can understand it. Unfortunately, it's backfired on him, but I do understand why he chose Everton. So I'm not going to hold hating him for that. But yeah, it's not worked in his favour. But James has said here that Eze was his man of the match. Can't argue with that. Callie here has said, yeah, I hear you, mate. We need to be clinical in front of goal, but man, these back passing is becoming a problem for me. Would you rather go back to Pulis ball, lumping it 60 yards up the pitch when you're getting a neck injury? Because I don't want that ever again.
It's like you're playing tennis.
No, I quite love the back pass. I really do.
Yeah,
it's something new, and you got Anderson. Oh my God, he's a baller.
Yeah. Will Frost says we actually won in yellow this season. I know. We actually won a game in the cursed yellow kit. Can you believe it?
Southampton.
Wait a minute.
All the
Matt
persons.
Smith. Hang on. Right, that's it. You are getting spanked. You mean like how we spanked you twice at Sellers Park, Matt? You held 2 beatings at Sellers. Remember that?
3-1 and 4-0.
No. 4-0 and 3-1. You are very emotional about Lampard. Well, listen. We offered him the job. We're not a big enough club for him, and like that. But listen, we're happy with Pat Vieira because he actually knows how to play football. Lampard just moans about lucky goal, fluky goal. Like, mate, you're just dead. Just accept it. James here says, I want Leeds down, but Everton just don't convince me that they'll stay up. The Championship away days should be fun, though. Change of scenery for Everton. The problem with that, though, is that I like having the Merseyside derby in the Premier League every year because even though it's a very one-sided derby, it doesn't belong out. Like, you don't want Everton not in the Premier League. They are too big a club to be in the Championship. And I know there's that old saying, if nobody's too big to go down, because Forest are down there. Sunderland are in the Football League. You've got Wimbledon. Obviously, I know they're now AFC Wimbledon, but there's clubs that really should be in the Premier League that are just so far away from it, like Portsmouth, for example. But obviously, if Everton do get relegated, they've kind of got themselves to blame. The link is in the chat, people, so if you want to come in and have your say, jump in. This is the step up from Leeds after no show against Newcastle. Well, you could argue it's from Leicester, Chelsea and Newcastle because I didn't even realise we were playing in any of those games. We were poor in the semi-final, awful against Leicester, and Newcastle, we may as well just left the 3 points at the door. So
we're finally seeing some clinical finishing for once.
Matt says Everton haven't won an away game all season. It's not an achievement to beat Everton at home. We haven't beaten Everton at home in 20-odd years, Matt. So for us, it's kind of a big deal because bear in mind, Umar Niasse, we haven't forgotten what that guy tried to do. But listen, I hope Everton stay up, mate. I know we're kind of giving you a bit of a dig, but I just don't like your manager. Everton, I've got respect for. Your manager, not so much. James said he hopes Forest comes up this year. That'll be pretty big. Matt's in agreement with James. Gabriel Joseph says, great to see Will Hughes come on. And the UK Pat says, if we send Watford down, you know what it is? They're going to be in their feelings if we relegate them. Because remember the last time we played them in a winner-take-all game? We beat them to promotion. Remember that? And I know there was the FA Cup semi-final, but the promotion game hurt them more because they were so sure they'd beat us. And Marco Cassetti wrote his name in our club's folklore. Why did you stick your leg out? But listen, 2-1 win, back up to 12th. No more Charity Professional Football Club, no more Katie Hopkins football. The predictions is going to be interesting this week because Nicky, mate, I know he's pissed right now with that Man City result.
I am as well. I got 3-0 in there as well.
I put 3-0. I'm like, oh, F's sake. The chairman has said here, even a draw relegates Watford. I want to beat them. I'm not interested in a draw. I just want to beat them, and I want to see Watford tears at the end of the game.
Yep.
Because the way they treat Zaha, I just want to see Watford tears. Because I still can't. I was at the the Capu challenge on Zaha when we played Watford away a few years ago. I was there for that, and I remember hearing some really worrying things from Watford fans about Zaha. I was like, no, I can't have them. Mateta can run them rampant again. Mate, if Mateta scores twice against Watford in the season, they're definitely done out here. But it's a good thing because I like JP. And the UK Pat says, still the GOAT though. For sure. Sean, your man of the match. Who are you giving it to?
I'm sorry. I love Evs, and I know everybody says he's the man of their match, but Zaha just came on and did the deed. He is the king. And that's the reason why he's the king. He's my man of the match.
And on his 400th Premier League appearance, I believe, as well, I think. Yeah. Which of course was fitting that he'd score the winner there. Just quickly, we're gonna big up Brush every time. Thanks for stopping by, Brush. If you want to jump in, mate, you can have a chat with us because I know Man United fans right now, they're hoping that every other team kicks them out of Europe because obviously our friends on the South Coast packed Wolves, so that kind of doesn't do United any favours. But Brush here says, make sure to hit that like on the way in. Absolutely. JC, you going to give it to Eze or are you going to move like Sean and give it to somebody other than Eze?
I I don't know. I think I'll give mine to Anderson actually because I don't think he was troubled at all in the game. He looked very calm, very collected, and even though he had Ward next to him for half of the match while him and Kleiny were swapping, he covered for Wardy pretty well after he got his yellow card because Wardy was definitely pulling out of some challenges because of that. And I think Anderson covered his position and Wardy as well really well actually.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. People, let us know who your man of the match is, and let's hear your player ratings. Actually, so Sean, we're going to go through the starting 11 and the subs, and you're going to give your ratings, and then me and JC will do it as well.
Sure, Mike. Sure.
So let's go with VG, Vicente Guaita.
Who's going to take him?
You.
I would give him a 6. He nearly kept that one out. Nearly.
Mm-hmm.
He was just unfortunate. I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, JC, the Stockwell Cafu, Natty Klein.
Sure.
And yes, people, I am joking when I'm calling him the Stockwell Cafu. Everybody, hold your fire. All right, hold your fire. I'm only having a bit of a laugh.
I'll give him an 8. I think that his overlapping was brilliant, and his covering and the defending was brilliant.
And his assist was pretty slick, to be fair.
That cross was picture perfect onto Eze's foot. So he's definitely
that's a FIFA cross. You know them ones. You hit that. You're looking for your man on the edge of the box, going just smack it.
Oh man,
I've
built a whole team of thinking of Palace special players, and I'm getting people messaging me telling me I'm poor because I haven't got the best version of every card. So that's funny.
Yeah, just going to quickly touch on some comments. So Brush says, no, I'm on a different vibe, I'd rather take any kind of European football as opposed to none. Need to get used to managing bigger squads and rotation. Also a chance for the kids to gain experience. I can understand that, but realistically, United need to kind of take stock of where they are and kind of try and not so much rebuild, but just completely overhaul everything. And that's what they haven't done for years because they expected managers to come in and do what Fergie was doing, which nobody can do that. I mean, it'd be great if any manager could do that, but Fergie was one of a kind. James here says Anderson is so criminally underrated. He's James's player of the year. It's a shout, but I think Tyrick, Elise, Wilf, or
Mark
could take it off him, but it wouldn't shock me if he was up there. Brush says also condolences to Mino Raiola's family. Of course, obviously, it was announced that he actually has now passed away. Obviously, for some reason, fake news broke out that he passed away a few days ago, but he has officially passed away today. So obviously, RIP to Mino Raiola, and of course, condolences to his family. Gabriel Joseph. I don't know about this one, but he says, controversially, I will give Jordan Ayew man of the match. I mean, listen, if that's who you want to give your man of the match to, that's totally fine. But I don't think you'll win many popularity contests with that decision. But fair play to you, Gabriel. If that's who you're backing, then that's totally fine. Brush here says, that's a good win for Palace. I predicted a draw before the game. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too confident we'd get the win, but I'm so glad we did. David Rumble here says, Klein deserves another year as backup to a new signing. Well, that's where the Wan-Bissaka talk comes in, and I'm not really convinced that we'll get Wan-Bissaka, but that's another video for another day. Player of the year this year is so hard. This season, closest vote in years. It really is. Normally, it's kind of easy to just pick Will for one of them, but it could go to any one of 6, maybe 7 players, which is kind of crazy. But it's also great to see that. UK Pat says Mark Gurhey is his player of the season. And Brush finishes here, says AWB could be on his way back. If he does, I hope Vieira gets a tune out of him. It'd be so funny, JC. We sold Wan-Bissaka to pay for the new academy.
And we replaced Wan-Bissaka with Wan-Bissaka.
Hey, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what?
That's the most Palace thing that could have happened. It really is.
Piss, bro. Trust me. Callie here says, I'm looking forward if we if we play out from the back, we need to be quicker. We make mistakes against Leicester trying to play out from the back. We got punished, and the same thing happened against Chelsea. Well, the Chelsea game was a bit more like we weren't taking chances, and Chelsea punished us for making silly mistakes. But I get where you're coming from, Callie. You're right. But listen, we've had to put up with awful negative football the last 4 or 5 years, and it's got us to where we are. So we can't be too complacent. But JC, isn't it mad? You look at where we've come from and to where we are now, and it's like, rah, we're actually happy. What's going on? Where's the misery?
Well, yeah, if you just think about it, for other managers to completely change the style of play at a bigger club, it's taken Arteta nearly 3 years to start getting a tune out of Arsenal in his playing style. And Vieira's done it in under a season. It's pretty incredible feat from him. And yeah, as you said, going from Roybal to Vieira ball, we're happy. It's not, oh no, it's Saturday, we've got to get up, got to go to football.
Don't remind
Hopefully
me of
we'll
those.
get, and then it's hopefully we'll get a draw. But now we're thinking, yeah, man, we can go at these guys, have a proper game of football. It'll be good to watch, and we've got every chance in the world of getting 3 points now.
Yeah. Big up to Statman Dan from Down to 10. He said, to be fair, we need a midfield who are happy to be under pressure. But this is where recruitment is going to play a massive part this season, because a couple of the players we're being linked with, I think this has been a long-term plan. We've looked at these players. I mean, obviously there's big talk of Czech Doucouré, who's currently playing in France. I don't know much about French football, so I can't sit here and tell you how great he is or if he's any good. If we get him, great. If we don't, it is what it is. But the chairman here said Klein replaced by Ward, replaced by AWB, replaced by Ward, replaced by Klein, replaced by AWB. To quote Chris Smoove, is this a fake video? Because that's the Palace inception right there. Klein replaced by Ward, replaced by AWB, replaced by Ward, replaced by Klein, replaced by AWB. What's going on here?
Let's hope it doesn't go around again, though.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, mate, it would just be a mad headache. The UK Pat says, what teams do you want for pre-season?
We've already got Leeds.
We're playing Liverpool, Man United and Leeds. So, but in terms of games to be played on UK soil, I think you would want to play local teams. You don't really want to be going halfway across the country. You know, you kind of want to try and keep it as close to London as possible.
Yeah, like I think that you gotta build it up. So I'd say you do something like what we've done already. Like you play like a Wickham, and you play like a Warsaw, but then you play like a Reading or a Bristol as well.
Yeah, and obviously we played Millwall and Charlton as well, which was nice as well, because even though it was a friendly, we had an interest in those games because we wanted to see, right, these are games where even though it's not a competitive game, you have to win this game because there's more than just the game on the line here. You know, there's bragging rights involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, Sean, you wanted to say something there, mate?
No, I was saying, why not play a German team and a French team just for once? I would like to see the player then mix it up and learn new tactics.
We saw what happened when we played Hertha Berlin. We got beat 4-0.
Innit? We got put in a spliff by Hertha Berlin, mate.
Yeah.
I was there. That was emotional.
We do need a kick up the ass. So suppose we got for example, if we were to win the FA Cup,
that could be a shout. Botafogo will be lit.
If Fogo come over, then
we're gonna play those Europe teams anyway. So why not? Why not just practice?
Well, unfortunately, we're not winning the FA Cup this year, mate. Obviously, because we're out of the FA Cup now. But I know what you're saying. But
next year is going to be different. That I'm sure of.
What we need to hope is that this year's coming window is as good as last year's, because the recruitment. You know what? And JC, you'll back me up on this. I think this year's window that we had in the summer, that was planned 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I agree with that.
I think every player, bar Anderson, we've already had interest in recruiting. We've been looking for Elise for a couple of years. We've we've been looking at Mark for a couple of years since he was at Chelsea's academy. Even Eze, we've been looking at Eze since he went on loan to Wickham. Even before he even got to QPR. And Edward. How long have we been scouting Edward for? We've been hearing his name for years now. But
and that's the great thing about Dougie is that obviously some people will still remember Dougie's time as manager when he went off to Bolton and that. And I'm thinking that was years ago. Look at the work he's put in since he's come back.
He's made up for it more than.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like, listen, look, as much as it hurt to see him leave us for Bolton at the time, he did us a favour because Holloway was the master of getting promotion in the playoffs. I don't think we would have done it under Dougie, to be totally truthful. And I've heard some people say, no, but we would have won the league under Dougie. I said, I don't think we would have won the league that season. I don't think we would have won the championship. As good as that team was, I don't think it was good enough to win the division outright, if you know what I'm saying. Definitely was good contend for promotion because, again, we'd recruited so smartly out of nowhere. Like Balassi was a signing that we were like, who's this guy? What? And then we realized, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. But it's going to be interesting to see what we do in pre-season. But if there's anybody that wants to jump in and have their say, by all means, come in. But let's get back to the player ratings. JC, Natty Klein. Oh, we did Natty Klein, sorry. Joachim Anderson. Sean.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with JC. He did brilliant. I would give him a 8.5. Just because of those sublime passes. His passes is very underrated. I'm telling you,
his passing is actually mad. It's like, why don't we have more defenders like this? That is beautiful. Right, I say Samuel. I've been hearing this rumor for so long. It was like, make a move.
Yeah, we was meant to do a double with QPR, get him and Ebbs. But if I'm really honest with Samuel, he's not doing too well at Fenerbahce. So I think I would probably rather try and fast track Raksaki to see what will happen there.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? And I don't mean to get a bit ahead of ourselves with the youth, but I think Scott Banks and Raksaki will be playing a lot more next season because look, obviously you're playing at youth level is a whole different get the fish to senior level. But Dan here said, genuinely think Dougie's transfers have been mad. Even the ones that didn't work out were low risk. To be fair, that's totally honest because obviously Jordan Yaroslav Yak, your guy, he came in when we had literally nobody to fill in, and obviously he's an absolute turkey. But to be fair,
he's a beast.
Maybe trying to sell him on FIFA. It's like, mate, just leave. I don't even care if I get £1 for you. Just go away.
Is it even on FIFA?
He is actually. He is.
He is.
Oh, that's got to be a card. Let me look it up.
Yeah. Obviously, then we've got the Swedish Pirlo, Erdal Rakic. Yeah, that was a thing. Erdal Rakic.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
64 rating. That's a bit generous.
Tell me about it. David Rumble here says we definitely need to blood some youngsters. The question is though, which youngsters? Because so many people are looking at the 18s right now and saying, "Get them in, get them in." It's like, no, they still need a bit of time. The players in the 23s that have signed pro deals, like Akin Wale and a couple of others, yeah, they're the ones we look at.
Akin Wale's in the 18s, but he signed a pro deal already.
He's a beast.
We're talking in the 23s. You're talking Omelabu, you're talking Raksaki, you're talking Banks, you're talking
Wells Morrison,
Kirby, maybe Wells Morrison.
I was going to say
also, Kirby. O'Brien, he's having a blinder out there right now.
Yeah, with Swindon. Yeah. Obviously, me living in Ireland, I spoke to some lads in Cork, and they were like, "He's nothing special." But the thing is that that's the beauty of signing players from countries like here, is that they don't have to be world beaters. Like Roy Keane was playing at Cork City before he went Forest, and we saw what Roy Keane became. I'm not saying Jacob Ryan It's going to be like Roy Keane. But what I'm saying is that if Jake O'Brien gets minutes next season, there's no pressure on him to be world class. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't buy him because he's the next
Henderson.
Maldini. He's just got to be Jake O'Brien. And if he has a barnstorm in preseason, you're like, yo, this kid might do well if we blood him in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I will. He's gonna do fine.
But like
He's gonna
Raksaki,
do
I'm
well.
not gonna lie. That kid just makes me smile when I see the 23 players. Like, this kid's electric. Obviously, youth football is a bit difficult to judge a player because they can look great at youth level and they don't quite translate it to the seniors. So we'll have to see how we get on. But Paul Maguire here has said Maguire. Jesus Christ, did we sign Harry Maguire? Oh shit! No, sorry. Maka, the engine, deserves credit for keeping Palace going this season. He is a
Yeah,
former club record signing, and may I say he was money well spent on every single count. Because James MacArthur, I'm not going to lie, that guy has been a phenomenal signing.
we need another one like him. Engine. We need something like him.
I would say, and this might be a bit controversial, JC, Maka could go into the Ambrose Speroni category for Palace folklore. I'm not saying legend status, but he's up there. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't disagree with that. I'd say he's probably already pushing that kind of. I would probably say he's probably about on the same level as Jedi now, maybe even a bit better.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, like I said, he's in that bracket of they're players that you'll tell your kids about, and you'll be like, listen, you want to see Jedinak when in the promotion season. That guy was just a monster. MacArthur in the first season he was at the club, it was like, yo, this guy can turn on a dime. He was spraying passes left, right, and center. He was crunching into tackles, and just thinking, we had this guy. And we've had to put up with Stuart O'Keefe. To be fair, Stuart O'Keefe was great in the Championship, but you could see there was a big level between Stuart O'Keefe and MacArthur was a fair level up.
Yeah, no, you got to say that Glenn Murray in the promotion season as well. He was a monster.
Glenn, look, to get him off them on a free, and their record signing at the time cost more than our starting 11 in the playoff final. I was like, that's just hilarious to me. Because Jedi was a free, KG was a free. Who else was? Balassi was peanuts.
That kid is that kid at
Sahar was academy.
Wilf was academy. Johnny was academy, and Johnny Williams, mate. Seeing him in the celebrations on that day, it was just like, you know what? This is what you love about this club, is that when we blood our own youngsters through, it was great. The UK Pat has said the last window was the first time I saw a signed players I've heard of consistently. Very true. The chairman has come back to say £7 million for Maka, bargain of the century. It's up there, but I think Elise for £8 million might just sneak it, but I could be proven wrong. To be fair to Everton, Matt's club, Seamus Coleman for £60,000 is crazy, because he was at Sligo. You're right, Dan. That was crazy. Callie says, look, I'm happy, gents, is Vieira style of play, and this is the first time this season we came from behind and win. Just would like to see more of that. You know what it is? The fact that we've seen it, it's now, okay, we finally stopped the whole, we're 1-0 down, we're chasing the game, are we going to get back into it now? It's like, wait a minute, we can win these games. Because you never thought that under Roy. It was like, oh, great, 1-0 down. That's game over. Oh, well.
If that was raw ball, he would have sit back and just enjoy the slaughter.
Oh, we'd have been defending a 1-0 defeat. That's just what it was. I think that's everything. I mean, we'll rattle through the rest of the player ratings, because unfortunately I kind of waffled on a bit. Mark Gurhey, I'm going to give him 8 standard mark settings. But by the way, JC, when did we sign a Super Saiyan?
I just had to get the missus to slap that one up, because I thought it was too the image was too cold not to.
Have we got it by any chance so we can show people?
Yeah, I think so. She did one for Wilf as well. So yeah, if you guys keep talking, I'll slap that one up.
Yeah, no issue. Sean, Joel Ward.
He didn't do too bad today. He didn't go overboard. He just played his game, and I'll give him a 7.
Okay. Jeffrey Schlupp. JC, do you want to take this, or do you want me to, or do you want to go?
Schlupp. I think
Oh,
purely for the first half performance, he gets a 7. Even though he seemed a bit non-existent in the second half, I think that for what he did and how he brought a lot more intensity to the game from the midfield. He was actually making some breaking runs down the wing, and also he put a killer of a cross in, and Gallagher should have buried it.
yeah.
But yeah, I think he deserves a 7.
Yeah. Conor Gallagher. Sean.
I don't know what's wrong with Gallagher. It's like he's lost his finishing. He's lost his touch to score goals. I don't know what's wrong.
I don't know about you, but I've noticed it lately that he is so right-footed that it's painful. If you show him to his left, he will still try and go right.
I'll try and switch it to his right foot. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's wrong with the kid. He's not being himself.
Yeah, there it is. Mark Gay's going Super Saiyan. I love that.
Yeah.
When I seen that, I was like, yo.
Yeah, so he hit this one on the Super Saiyan Blue, and then we got this one on the Super Saiyan Rose. So
Rose.
We're English, mate. Rose.
So,
yeah, we don't say rosé in England. That's a Chelsea business. That's Chelsea business. We don't say rosé over here.
That's too Tory. That's too Tory for us.
That's too posh for South London, mate. That wooden wash is like, what? Who's this guy? Are you sure he's from South London? No. You need to go, mate. Get out of here.
No, I'm from Jamaica, so I deserve a pass for that.
We skipped Ward, no?
No. Yeah, Sean took Ward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was on Gallagher.
MacArthur.
I give him a 6.
Yeah, MacArthur. JC. Oh no, I'll take MacArthur. Macca does what Macca does. Hey, can't really say he put a foot wrong. He was the engine. He kept things moving, and like you said, JC, he did what Yedinak used to do, and to a lesser extent, Joe Ledley. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see the last remnant of that midfield. But mate, the name people came up for that was just so cringe. I'm not going to say it on air. I'll say it when we're off stream. JC, our number 10, Eberechi Eze.
I think for the fact that he played out of position for the first 60, 70 minutes of the football match today, got on the score sheet, linked up some play. Mate, he deserves an 8. I think he gets 8.5. He was brilliant. Just to see how the goal just took a massive weight off his shoulders, and let's hope he can kick on and get more game time.
Bruv, I'm saying for the finish alone, I'm giving him a 9 because Ed's like, my heart broke when he got that. When we found out that he was actually in contention for the England squad for the Euros, it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
God.
You're gonna break my heart even worse than that. Because I was thinking, I don't wish injury on any of our players, even if I don't like them. If I don't hold none of them, I wouldn't wish injury on any player in the sport, right? But for Eze to suffer the injury he did, and he was in contention for England, I was like, no, you can't do this to me. That's just so upsetting. But listen, the kid's come back. He took his goal remarkably well. I'm going to personally give him a 9, but I'll stick with your, what was it, JC, 8.5? Did you say?
8.5.
8.5, okay, not bad. David Rumble here has said, should we stop playing Gallagher if he's not playing for another season to get used to not having him? Interesting. I mean, in theory, it's probably a good thing to see. You know, can we play without Gallagher's impetus?
No.
I think if we've got him, we've got to use him because most likely we're not going to see him again.
Exactly.
1 second, we've got somebody jumping in. What's up, Noah?
Yo,
I'm
yo,
good,
yo.
man. How do you know me, man?
Because your name's on the thing.
How you doing, rude boy?
Mate, I'm all good. I thought you was coming for me after the Arsenal game. What happened? You went missing.
Listen, man.
What was it? Was
Like,
you ducking? Was it?
Listen,
Nah, it's all
man,
good, mate. It's all good.
It's all good, man. Uncle Pat lives, man. He's living, man. You know what I mean?
Listen, we've had Uncle Roy the last 3.5 years. If he ever gets it wrong, it's like, listen, this man doesn't commit football crimes, so we'll leave him at that. But
Yeah,
No,
man.
no.
Vieira's been delivering, man. He done a good comeback today, didn't he? Right?
listen, wicked, because you know what it was. I thought, don't do charity professional football club, please. I'm not here for this. I can live with us being beaten by the better team, but not charity professional football club.
Mm.
That thing, that's what pisses us off. Is what's that? You haven't won in 600 years. Here's 3 points. You know them ones.
Yeah, listen, man. Like, I watched the game, man. Zaha, man. You got credit Uncle Pat. That sub was legendary, man. That's probably his best sub he's ever done, maybe.
It was
right?
risky.
Nah,
Because
I wouldn't
Zaha
say
as
the
a
best
striker
sub.
hasn't worked the whole season. That's the thing.
Mm-mm.
If it was
It-
Zaha for Eze, you'd think, okay, that makes sense. But Zaha for Mateta was like,
It worked, man.
interesting.
You gotta give Uncle Pat credit, man.
No,
Shout out.
it worked.
You have to shout out the Palace admin as well.
Oh,
For
that was.
sub.
I seen that. That was sick.
That was cold,
which
wasn't it?
sub, which do you think it was one of his best game-changing subs, or there was better?
Oh no,
there
it was definitely
it was up there, but
it was a
wasn't the
great
best
sub.
one.
Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, seeing him take off a striker for a winger, it was like this could go one of two ways. Obviously, it's come off the right way, but you're thinking this is like Roy taking off a striker for another defender. Like, mate, what's going on?
Roy lost today as well. The juju, man. The juju's living, man.
Listen, Roy was sent to Watford to take him down a peg because they've been talking about us.
Yeah, man. My club, big up Burnley, man. Burnley are living, man. Burnley don't die, man.
Listen. See, when Burnley set Dyche, it was like, I rate it because Dyche's football is horrible, but if Watford go down, Norwich go down, and either Leeds or Everton go down, we're kind of living. Because I don't want Frank Lampard in the Prem. I can't stand Lampard. That's just...
I can't stand him as well, man. That Chelsea wanker, man. You know what I mean?
Loso has a question for you here, Jordan. Sorry, 1 second, Noah. Jordan, did you go today? You weren't at the game, were you?
No, but I wish I was. But my dad was saying as he was coming home from work this morning, he went past Sainsbury's and he watched everyone get on the coaches. But I didn't go today. But there is definite talks that I might be going on to the pre-season tour. So we'll see how that goes.
Way out in Singapore, is it? Nice one.
Hey, man. Listen, yeah. Like, I kind of ducked in a way, bro, because you, man, I can't lie. That game, bro, you fingered us, man. Uncle Pat fingered us, bro. You got fingered, rude boy.
Hey, listen. Half my family are Arsenal, so when you lot packed us 4-1 under Roy, I was like, mate, I can't. Nah, I've got to go under a rock for a couple of years.
8-0, you know. If we were a better team, we could have beaten you 8-0, you know.
No, I know that. Listen, see, when we beat the bigger teams, I kind of enjoy the game itself, then I move on. But because I've got family that are Arsenal fans, whenever they beat us, it's like, oh, Christ's sake, here we go again. Because that Giroud scorpion kick forever lives in my brain. It's like, oh, for Christ's sake, here we go again.
That was a mad one, bro.
No, that was a mad goal.
3-0, bro. Like, we didn't deserve anything, bro. Palace were up for it, man. You lot showed desire and so forth, yeah. And then got stuffed by your rivals in Brighton. And then
no, we never got stuffed by them, man. Hold on, we drew with them. We never got stuffed by them.
No, sorry, Arsenal got stuffed.
Oh no, I was thinking we got stuffed by them. I don't remember. No. Listen, them lot, they're like that. They'll be crap one week and they'll beat another team the next.
Yeah, that's mad. And then I guess Southampton, funnily enough, we missed bare chances, man. We could have played for 50 hours and wouldn't have scored, man. Do you know what I mean?
See, but the thing is, because it's James Ward-Prowse, it's like, don't give him the free kick territory because you know it's in. Nobody saves his free kicks unless they're Addison or Edison or God. It's like,
yeah, man. You know, we considered it wasn't a Ward-Prowse free kick we considered from. It was like It was like a free kick where he assisted. So
It was a corner, I think.
yeah, no,
Um,
we haven't conceded a corner this season. So it was a free kick.
David
For you
Rumble
guys, it was
said,
a corner, innit?
yeah, he said, David Rumble says, have we tried Hughes at attacking mid? Seems to have a good engine like Gallagher. Hughes is more of a DM though, innit?
Yeah,
put
it
him
is,
more.
man. Why doesn't Uncle Pat give Will Hughes a chance, man? He's a baller, man.
I think Hughesy is more of a box to box
Yeah,
instead of a.
Yeah,
I think-
Watford, he used to make them late runs, didn't he?
yeah. Callie's got a very good thing, JC. I like this. He says, we need to experiment against Watford. Get some youngsters to come on second half and give Edward another start. I'm all
Well,
for that.
Well, Vieira has gone on record saying he wants to try Raksaki and Teo in the Prem. So
Yeah.
maybe this could be one of those matches where we try that out.
Because let's be honest, a lot of people over here are giving us me, oh, what's Teo like? It's like, he's kind of raw, but there's a player there. We need to just give him time because we don't want to be rushing players through.
It's kind of raw, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I think Saki needs a go, man. That guy, you lot haven't really much got anything in it. Like, I think you lot should play him, man. Like, nothing to lose, man. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I'd rather have Raksaki than Ayu. As much as Ayu does great running and great tracking back, he doesn't really offer much going forward. Whereas Raksaki can just run a man out of it. So
allow Ayu, man. He has passion and desire, man.
no, listen, I'm not dissing Ayu. I'm just saying going forward, he doesn't really offer an awful lot.
That's true. His dog breath going forward. There,
yeah, no, his tracking back. It's like he does what Townsend used to do. Only Townsend could occasionally attack. But 1 second, we've got Brush says, "Oh, that'll be sick." JC referring to you going on the tour. If that's the case, you could do some match day vlogs. That'd be pretty fun.
I could just do it as Singapore. I could do a Singapore
Jordan
vlog
and
just
Nate,
in general.
It's ironic, isn't it, that you guys play United last game of the season? That's mad.
Oh,
I mean,
let's hope we win.
Yo, do you know what it is? After the Pastor Fred put us to bed, it was like, mate, really? What's going on?
Yeah, man. Like, you had like one big chance that game, and it was Ayu who missed it, man. Remember?
Yeah, but that's Ayu for you, mate. I mean,
yeah.
To be fair to Ayu, he has scored at Old Trafford for us. I'll give him that. It's not like he's just.
When was that? Last season?
No, 2 seasons ago.
When we beat
them 2-1.
We beat them 2-1. Patrick Bin Laden scored
2 seasons ago.
Yeah, Patrick Bin Laden scored the winner.
That was the Van Honnold winner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Bin Laden winner. That was the funniest thing ever. Because I was in a pub full of Man United fans. They're singing "Glory, Glory, Man United."
Dan James had a good game that day as well, man.
He did, to be fair. He did. But
nice goal.
The UK Pat says Wilf is better than JWP. I mean, I like Ward Prowse as a player. I just don't like him as a human being. I rate him as a set piece taker because he's up there with some of the best you'll see in the game. Silence 04 says, how do you rate Wilf's mood change under Vieira? It depends on what Wilf turns up. If it's the Wilf that has a strop when he loses the ball, I don't like that Wilf.
I don't think his attitude's changed at all. I think that people are only noticing the other part of Wilf in the sense of that they see him when he's annoyed and angry, but now for the Vieira's there, they're starting to see that he's actually a good teammate. He actually cares about his teammates, and it's not just a him show. But it's never been a him show. That's the thing.
No, but the media made it out to be it's the Wilf and Zaha show. It's Zaha this, Zaha that, Zaha this, Zaha that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I guess that's a myth. Like, when Zaha was missing in some games, you did look very good, didn't you? Like, I can give an example against Arsenal. Like, granted, you were iffy in the first 30 minutes. Arsenal could have buried you, but you responded and battered us instead, without Zaha as well. So that's a myth already. And there have been a couple of games when you won games without Zaha.
I tell you what, I have to put one thing in there before kickoff today. They asked Vieira why was Zaha on the bench, and Vieira's response was one of the best responses I've heard in a while. He said, "For someone that dives a lot, he sure has a lot of bruises on his ankles." So.
Giving them the minerals, man.
The Leeds fans got put in a spliff. They got in their feelings over that. I was laughing my ass off.
Hey man, relax, man. It's expected, man. They're not expected to get anything against City, man. Come on, allow them.
No. But what I mean is, when the Leeds fans saw Vieira said this, because he's referring to Leeds kicking lumps out of Zaha on Monday night, they reacted like, "Oh, but Zaha's a diver." It's like, mate, you kicked him 6 ways from Sunday. You kicked him from Croydon to Penge and back.
Yeah, man. You lot were unlucky on Monday, apparently, man. You lot didn't finish your food, man. Apparently.
Yeah, put it this way. For some reason, Leeds have this hoodoo over us. It's annoying because the one time we did beat them was 4-1. Ebb scored one of the best free kicks I've ever seen. It's like, way, that was last season. But
Oh yeah, that was barring in, wasn't it?
that was just like the keeper was just looking at it going, "Oh shit!" He just watched it. He didn't even go near it. He was like, "No, I can't stop that." But Loso says the vibes was crazy today, Jordan. You know what? The away end sounded rocking. It sounded like they was
that's what you could hear. Or
your Palace fans are very good, bro.
I'll be at Villa.
Some of the Saints, man. Like as well, like when I was watching the game, bro, I thought Southampton were kind of better than you in the first half. Do you know what I mean? For a certain period, but you had the odd chance here or there, that Mateta chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then second half, you improved a lot. Massively.
Oh, Mateta, mate. The minute he said boom, 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 I was like, now you've just jinxed yourself, mate. Why did you say that? You should have just kept your mouth shut. Sean's laughing his ass off or something. I think he was laughing at what we were saying.
No, sir, I'll be at Villa, so if you want to meet up, catch up, whatever.
You know what? Villa away is a good. I like Villa away as an away day.
Yeah,
proper.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's one of the only grounds I've been to.
Man's an international fan, innit? Man don't go games, innit? But I'm trying to go like I'll try one day to go to like Whitehall Lane, man. Like as much as I hate Tottenham, man, the stadium's wavy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously Sean lives in Jamaica, I live in Ireland, so I don't go to games as much as I'd like. But when I can go to games, I make an effort to go to at least one away game, one home game. Like I was over with the boys for the FA Cup semi-final, but it's just like I forgot how much I missed this just going to watch Palace live. But JC, that was just beyond funny. Because me, Rich, and Nicky had to watch ourselves going home with them Chelsea fans. Because, bruv, these ones were moving like Millwall's. Like, when did we meet Millwall at Wembley? What's going on?
In the second half, man. Like, you lot nullified them, and then they get some mad, lucky individual brilliance thing, juju and all that against you guys. Do you know what I mean?
But see, the thing is, Noah, some of our fan base were reacting proper melty towards Loftus-Cheek scoring. It's like, he was on loan with us. He has no affiliation to us. One of his older brothers used to play for us, but like, it's not that deep. Like, he is a Chelsea player and he's a Chelsea fan. You can't blame him for celebrating scoring a goal in the cup semi-final.
And also, even in his interview, he said, normally I wouldn't have celebrated, but because it's FA Cup semi-final and I haven't scored in ages, I just had to. So
yeah, Loftus-Cheek, man.
Bum cheek.
Hey, he's that. He's like one of them players that didn't fulfill their potential, man. You know what I mean?
Big up to Virginia. Obviously, we met her at Wembley.
Yeah, remember he's like Dele Alli, man. Man, they gas up his thing, the fade thing and all that. Do you know what I mean?
You know what annoys me about Dele Alli, Noah? He's going to be remembered for one thing: that goal he scored against us.
Oh my God.
As good as that goal was, it's like, oh, for Christ's sake, why?
Or something, all right?
No, basically, he pretty much danced around one of our players, and Hennessy was just watching the ball go past and like, classic Wayne Hennessy goalkeeper.
Harry Kane as well, like, loves bagging against you guys. It's mad.
Sorry?
Harry Kane, like, that brother.
Well, we didn't see Harry Kane at Selhurst Park this season. I think he was on the bus. We didn't see him at Selhurst Park. He was non-existent.
No touches in the box.
Man
left him in money, man. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, he scored against us at their place, but at Selhurst, it was like, is he here? Has anybody seen Harry? Where is he?
Like,
have you seen him?
Like, the way my man dies for pens is a joke, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but look, every club's got them kind of players. Zaha, when he goes down, sometimes like, Will, get up. Come on, get up. Stop it.
No, Harry Kane does it, but the media sugarcoat it Do you know what I mean? Touch your body and say, oh, drawing contact, bloody bloody blah. When Zaha,
Yeah,
he's a
but see, no,
disgrace.
do you know why he gets that? Because of what he wears when he wears an England shirt.
Huh.
Because he's got the England captaincy.
Yeah,
The minute you've
man.
got that on, you're bulletproof.
Yeah, Queen Lizzie tax, man. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Because bear in mind, remember when John Terry was England captain, and then you know what happened.
Yeah.
That's the only time the England armband couldn't protect him. Was like, nah, mate, we don't want no racist representing our country. Get out of here,
Yeah,
mate.
man. It is
Jog
what
on.
it is, bro. But back to the thing, bro. Like,
Yeah, let's
Zaha's
keep going with the player ratings because we've
Zaha
been
for me
doing that
gets
for
a 9,
ages.
Well,
He's a-
we're near the end of that, and listen, it's just great. It's great for Noah to jump in. Thanks, we appreciate you coming in, Noah. So let's quickly fit. So Mateta, JC.
He didn't look like his normal self today, but he did in the sense of he looked like Bambi on ice when he took that shot and he just went straight up in the air.
Man was
But
practicing his step overs like say Maximan, bro.
yeah, I'll give him a 6. I don't think he had much goal threat today.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
touch
yeah.
is meaty, man. At times.
See, the thing is, when he doesn't think about it, he can score anywhere. He can score whatever kind of goal he wants. But when he takes time to think about what he's going to do, you just go, yeah, that's going into the stand. That's breaking some poor old woman's nose. Boop, bang.
For some reason, he turned up against us and scored the brace bar. Today, man, I'll give him a 6, man. He wasn't occupying their defenders enough. Do you know what I mean? And missed a big chance as well.
Yeah. The Jollof King himself, Jordan Ayew. I'm going to say 6.
My boy Jordan Ayew, man. Listen, man.
Defensively, he does a solid shift. I won't ever hate him for the shift he puts in. But Sean's back with us. You back with us now, Sean?
Sean, man.
Yeah, man.
J Sean FC, man.
Is that Digicel hitting you quick, mate? Like a mobile.
I got flow. I don't got digits on. It's flow. Flow. You know,
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about
we were
it.
just talking about Jordan Ayew, Sean. We're just saying that Jordan Ayew, defensively, he puts in a shift. He works his socks off. He runs up and down. He's great. But yeah, we need to sign somebody for the right hand side or Blood Raksaki in next season. But I'm giving him a 6. Huh?
You have Olise, so I thought that's sold.
No, but we need somebody to help cover for Olise. If we lose Olise to injury, we don't have anybody else on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we do have Raksaki, but we've only seen him play about 15 minutes against Chelsea on the first game of the season. Since then, he hasn't played a minute of Prem football.
Yeah,
So
and that was like a free hit in a way, man.
but it was just lovely to see an academy players blooded through. This is what we've been itching for.
If that was like a mid-season game, you would have put in a better performance. You know what I mean?
There's Sean's comment there. Sorry, just kind of going to catch up with the comments. Boom, 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 boom. Mateta's in the room. There's nothing better than Jean-Philippe Mateta. Callies then says, Nate, we didn't see Harry at Selhurst Park. LOL. Ironically, we did the same with Lukaku. You know what it is with Lukaku? Man was touching his Oyster card more than he was touching the ball at Selhurst. Man was pinging his Oyster card around Selhurst Park.
Apparently, he had more touches of the ball than him.
Huh?
Apparently, he touched the ball more than Lukaku that day, man.
Who?
Lukaku had 7 touches. How many did you have?
Well, no, Lukaku had more touches on his Oyster card than he did on the ball, bro. That's what we're trying to say. We didn't see him. He was touching his Oyster card around South London. That's what he was doing.
One was kickoff.
Yeah, one was kickoff.
And one was offside. So.
Brush is saying Sean calling in from the Bando, like, Bandulu Wi-Fi.
The thing is, bro.
Brush, you're too mean, you know.
Sean, man, J Sean Wi-Fi, man. Do you know what I mean?
Bandulu Wi-Fi.
Oh, Jordan, man, did Sean Dyche get his Wi-Fi, man?
No, do you know what it is? I think Sean was borrowing his Wi-Fi from Thai in Nigeria. You know them man are in Nigeria at the moment.
Oh yeah, man. Did you watch
from
that
Lagos,
vlog?
Man?
Sorry, JC.
You got it from Lagos, innit? They're in Lagos apparently.
Yeah, something. They've
got like a they did like a vlog with him and Kelechi because Ty's never been there, and it's quite funny.
Yeah, well, I was watching Best of Enemies and I was just trying not to laugh the whole way through. It's like,
But
oh my
listen, man.
Christ.
But listen, yeah. But listen, like, bro, like, boy, when you lot stuffed us, yeah, I was like, boy, I need to hide, man. I need to wear my mask, man. Do you know what I mean?
With the
And
like
then,
expressions with a goon mask, was it?
yeah, and then, and then, and then I tell you what happened, yeah. I was like, oh, we'll bounce back. We're gonna beat your lot's favorite rivals. We got stuffed again, and then we'll probably beat Southampton. Get stuffed. Oh, and then when Chelsea was about to
And you're
come, I was
dreading
like,
Chelsea, Man United, thinking, "Oh Christ, of all
I
times
was
to play
like,
these man."
bro, against Chelsea, I was thinking, boy, I'm not worried if we're gonna score. I'm worried of how many we'll concede. Do you know what I mean? And then against United, I'm like, I'm worried if Ronaldo will stuff us again.
You know what it is? It's funny, no, because right when you sent me that comment about, when we beat you, I'm gonna come looking for you. I was like, all right, cool, say nothing. I'll be here. I don't hide. I was like, where is he? I could have sworn I was waiting for him. I was like, come on, out you come. And then Rich was saying, oh yeah, wasn't he sending for you? I said, this guy was looking for me. It's like, oh, okay, so he was hiding.
Man, it's
all
always
right,
good
nothing.
to rattle Nate, man. Do you know what I mean? Croyd and Ian Beale, fam.
Nah, don't worry about it, Noah. Listen, thank you for coming on, mate.
Hey,
Pleasure
big
to have
up,
you.
man.
I think you lot will get top 4, If you beat West Ham, you're in the driving seat.
Nah, man. Like, listen, yeah, when you called out with Arsenal, man, these man give me way too much hope, Like, bro, like, we could give the best and the worst, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can lose to some idiot team and then turn up next week, man. Do you know what I mean? So,
No, but that's football for you, mate. You know how it goes. When you expect your team to win, they're like, "Oh, yeah, so we're about to that team, is it? So we're just gonna hand out 3 points." All right, say that.
As much
Then
as
as a
like
team,
I don't believe in my manager and so forth. Like I was like when I was like Palace, 3 points and then 0, bruv. 3-0 real quick. I was like,
listen, that's football for you, mate.
London, and then boy taken away. And then
Callie
listen,
says,
like there's still more to turns, man, and hopefully there's more. There's lasagna gate, man. If things don't go to plan, man. You know what I mean? Get the lasagnas ready, man.
you're gonna send some lasagnas up North
Jordan,
London, is
man,
it?
make sure you make the lasagnas, man.
That's gone over his head. He might be too young to remember that.
You remember? You don't know lasagna gate. You don't know lasagna gate.
He might be too young for that, Noah.
But hey, Nate, how you can make those lasagnas, man? If things.
I know what you're on about. I know what you're on about. But Jordan's a bit too young for it. He might not remember what that's about. So.
By name, man. Hopefully you make those lasagnas if it doesn't work, man. You know what I mean?
Well, to answer Callie's comment, he says, "Look, I love Anderson Ayew combination. They almost did the same combo against Southampton that they did against Arsenal when Ayew scored that goal. I'm not gonna lie. When Ayew scored against Arsenal, I said, "That's how you know they haven't. This is a bad day for Arsenal."
Right? Did Ayew score against us?
Yeah, he scored the second goal.
That's how I was hiding, man. That's how much I was hiding, man. When
you know
I
what it is?
2-0 down, I said the game's over, man.
You know what?
Because we rarely do comebacks. Do you know what I mean?
No, what? I'm not gonna lie. In the GC, Rich was howling down in the group chat when Ayew scored. I was like, "Oh shit!" He was so happy for Ayew because Ayew gets a lot of flack off the fan base. So when he scored, I was like, "Fair play to him."
You man cook Ayew, man. He's controversial, isn't he? Right?
Listen, there has to be a player in the squad that gets cooked. Last season it was Van Aanholt, and before that it was Hennessy. There's always one man that just holds a lot of cord.
Man, allow the Hennessy, man. You know what I mean?
No. That guy was no. Hennessy was awful.
He was dead food. Remember the way he flaps? Remember when my man's flapping for the ball, man?
Do you know what I remember the most with Hennessy? How he caught the ball against Villa and dropped it between his legs and it went in. And this guy went to the Euros with Wales, mate. David Rumble says, hoping Arsenal and Arteta keep doing well so we can keep Vieira for a few more years. I mean, look, Vieira is actually doing a good job. It's just some Arsenal fans are too impatient, and others are trying to give him the patience. Like Tariq, for example, is giving Arteta as much backing as possible because let's be fair, Arsenal tried to do that with Emery. It didn't quite work out. But big up to RS who says big up the panel.
It didn't quite work out, did it? And about that because I don't think it's quite good enough. But listen, you gotta take the things you can get in it. I'd like shout out Uncle Pat, man. I like the guy, bro. Like I saw a stat that if you had saw out the games that you dropped points in and other lost X, Y, and Z, you'd have been higher than you are.
We'll put it this way: of the 14 draws we've had this season, I think maybe 6 of them were fair draws. The other 8 we should have won. So that's kind of how our season's gone, where you're thinking, we'll take the point, but we really should have won some of those games.
Like, you guys don't finish your dinner, man. That's a problem.
Well, we did today.
Yeah, for once, we played up our food and ate it. Brush says, Wayne had you man drinking Henny.
If you guys were a serious team, you'd have beaten 3-0. If you're a serious team.
Well, look, we got the job done. That's all that matters. 3 points is in the bag, and that's all it is. Brush says, Wayne had you man drinking Henny. I was drinking more than Hennessy when that guy was playing for us.
Nate, man, you didn't respond, didn't it? Boy, for top 4 tick, bro, if Arsenal start being shaky and it comes to the last day, someone needs to bring the lasagnas in Norwich, man, for them to lose, man.
Oh, no, you're too funny. Sean's giving Wilford 10. We've got a Watford fan in here.
10, bro.
Now I understand why most people support Big 6 clubs. I mean...
big up Mela, man. Alhamdulillah, my brother, man.
Yeah, big up Mela. We're so bad at football. It's your owners, Mela. It's not even your team. It's just your owners. Your owners are just dirtbags.
Like this hiring and sacking thing don't make sense, bro.
Like, they're not giving your managers enough time. And do you know what, Noah? They don't let managers buy the players. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, man. They buy bare man from Udinese, man.
And then say, you see these players, work with them, man. You can't buy your own players. You got to work with what we give you. Nah. They need to get rid of them.
And like Watford, like they're Chelsea with no money. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Rush says not just time, lack of investment too. Very true. The pot sales don't put money in where they should, and that's true. That's
what
true.
I'm saying is like they're Chelsea with no money because they suck man them like and all that. And then they don't have like anything to show for it, did it?
Yeah. But see, Norwich and Watford are one of them teams. They'll be crap in the Prem, and they'll murder the Championship. You're like,
yeah, bro, that's mad.
And you know what it is? I've always said I'd rather be half decent in the Prem and still get relegated, and just be kind of up and down in the Champ, where you're good one season but you don't go up, and then you're not too good the next.
Yeah,
at least that way you've got a chance to level off. But if you're just up and down every year, it's just you just know what's coming.
Stevie Parish, man, he revolutionized your club, man. That I mean,
look, as far as chairmen go, if you've watched the When Eagles Dare documentary, we got blessed with this guy because Simon Jordan. I can't stand that fucking tangerine guy. I can't stand that orangutan. Never liked him.
Listen,
never liked that guy, you know.
Simon Jordan's my guy, man. He's my best mate, man.
You're a hell of a troll, Noah. I'll give you that.
The sin bin button was ready to go.
Man. You already know. The sin bin button is waiting for it. Watford win in the first half and lost in the second.
I'm hovering over the sin bin button just in case.
Watford win in the first half.
I hate Hull and Sunderland, man. I had an agenda against Hull. I tell you why. Because of Phil Brown, man.
I'm indifferent to Hull. The team in the north I can't stand is... Oh, gosh. No, it's not... Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday. No, Sheffield Wednesday. I can't stand them. Because some of their fans were dickheads after the game in 2010 between us. Remember that game, Jordan? Hillsborough.
Yeah,
There was punching up old women after the game because they got relegated. It's like, what?
Them have no jobs, man. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I call them Mordor FC. Orc settings.
Classless FC, innit? Like the thing, like my other thing is like
100%.
Rush hit the nail on the head. That is a big comment. Large up John Texter every time. We've got such a negative view of American owners based on a very small sample size. But what I'm going to say is we've had our owner on our channel, and JC, I don't know how the fuck we pulled that off, but that's a mad capture.
Mate, I asked my dad. He just went up to him and went, "Yo, you want to come on?" He went. He
Maybe
said,
JC
"Do my
works for
teeth
the
look
club.
all right? Yeah, do my teeth look good?" We're like, "Yeah, mate, you look fucking lovely." He went, "Yeah, all right then."
Jordan, maybe you work for Crystal Palace or something.
I used to work for the
Were you a
foundation.
steward or something like that?
No, I was a coach. I used to work for the foundation as well.
Oh.
Of Palace for Life or the old CPFC Foundation?
Both. So I was in the transition year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
So I've got the Palace for Life kit and the CPFC Foundation kit. So
yeah,
don't fit no more though.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you guys something. Yeah, like I hate Sunderland because of the way they used to rough up our players and make dirty tackles, man. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
When they got relegated, I was
Ooh.
dancing, man.
Ooh.
And then
Wait.
when I hate Phil Brown, man. I can't stand that guy.
What? 1 second.
Have you seen J. Rich Baggle's goal?
Who?
No.
Oh gosh.
Jay Rich used to play for us.
I don't know how well this will show on the camera, but if you can see this.
Is that FIFA saying?
No, this is a live. This is an actual game.
This is Bagalo. Wow.
Wow.
Boy.
One Bins, rude boy.
Man, like.
One Bins, fam.
Yeah. Do you know what? See clubs like Sunderland, yeah? They had mad judge because they look nailed on for relegation every year and they still survive. It's like, just go down. We don't want you in this league. Burnley, you can understand because Sean Dyche was just the master of shithousery. But with Sunderland, it was like, you've got literally shit dead players. Half of these men are from like 1986 or something. Just die off.
I remember when Sunderland had Niall Quinn and Super Kev, man. He played for you guys as well. Big up Super Kev, man.
Yeah, Super Kevin Phillips, yeah. Scored that famous penalty against Watford.
Yeah, I think we hit everything so far.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up there.
Yeah, man. Kevin Phillips was a stat padder, man. My man had 30 league goals, man. He was top scorer in that 99-2000 season, yeah? But he was scoring against only small teams, man. That's a stat padder, man. He's a world-class stat padder, man. Right?
All right, mate. Listen, thank you for coming on. Feel free to jump on anytime, bruv. It's all love. JC,
let's get it.
Only one thing left to say, and that's up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
Pick up the game.
Bring on the Watford.
Hey, listen. Let's go.